SS says, how many years did it take to get 6 figures? That is a good question. So let me see. It's different now, SS. I'll tell you how long I took, but you got to remember, I started in the 90s, and the US dollar is different now. So 6 figures isn't what it used to be. It used to be a lot. I mean, it's still a decent amount, don't get me wrong, but it used to be a lot, you know. Now it's kind of like, if you go to certain places, it's average, to be honest with you. How long did it take me? Let me see. I start off in the military. Let's start in 2000. So in year 2000, I went into IT. Yeah, I went into IT. I was in the Air Force. And then I hit it around... Wow, what a story that is. Boy, I could tell you guys some stories about that. I hit it around 2010. It took me about 10 years. Yeah, around 2010, 2011 was when I hit 6 figures for the first time. And the way I did it is crazy. So, and when I did it, I was like, wow, that's crazy. I couldn't even believe it. So let me just, for you guys watching, you guys are going to get a special treat. And I hope this one of you guys listening really hears what I'm saying and maybe even does it. So what I did, I got out of the military, and once I got out, I realized how hard it was on the outside, because the military takes care of everything. The military you have housing, your utilities you only have utilities if you have cable, if you live on base. You get free gym. There's a gym on base. The groceries are cheaper. When I got out of the military, it was a shock, because I'm working in the corporate world, and yeah, they pay you more, but you don't get free housing, you don't get free utilities, you don't get free, you got to pay for all that stuff. So really, it's, even though I was making 45, it felt like it was hard. I'm like, damn, this is like really, really hard. I got a mortgage now. I'm like, how am I gonna make this work? I had a kid. My wife was spending all my money. My ex-wife was spending all my money. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, so I'm like, man, what am I going to do? I have to get another job. And then I was about to start delivering pizzas, because I just wasn't making ends meet. I just couldn't figure out. There was so much more debt. And I got stuck in this debt trap. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? So what I did was, now check this out. I started a blog. On the blog, I started talking about security stuff, because that's what I knew. And I was fascinated with security, so I talk about it. And I had this thing where what I would do was, I was like the resident geek. So whenever somebody's computer got a virus, they would ask me to fix it. And then I figured I had the skill set. I started putting that online, start writing about viruses, and then how I got rid of it. And then people start coming to this website I created. And it got popular. Then I started talking about risk management framework, which was at the time was called DITSCAP, DIACAP. Nobody was talking about it, because the reason I started talking about it was because I would have these questions, and I'd go online like, man, how do I do this? I have to go and read the regulations and read the laws and stuff, and it's so dry and boring. I would read it, understand it, and then I would condense it and put it in straight to the point. Like, here's what you do. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, and then people, it got pretty popular. Some corporation saw this document I wrote. This is the power of the internet. This is what you can do. I wrote these things about how to do this in a very straightforward way. A corporation saw it, and then they offered to pay me to write them like a book, like a little, not a book, like a workbook that explained how to do risk management framework, at the time called certification and accreditation. It's evolved 3 times over since then. But it explained how to do this stuff, right? They offered me like $3,000 or something. I was like, oh, $3,000 to write some stuff that I already wrote in my site, compiled it into a book, spell checked it, added some more data in there, made $3,000. Then they said, this is nice. I like this. Would you like to teach this? And I said, yeah, like, what do you mean? They're like, would you like to teach it? Would you like to work for us fly to these places and teach what you just wrote? I said, yeah, sure. Like, where do I go? Hawaii, Germany, Japan. It was a pretty cool job. So they asked me how much I wanted, and I said a crazy amount. And then they paid me that crazy amount. And that's how I did it. So long story short, and what you can take from this is, if you have any skill set in IT whatsoever, if you're learning IT, if you're obsessed with it and doing this, now it's all about videos. Make a video channel, make a YouTube channel, start talking about it, put the information out for free. Just give people information, make a platform to talk to people and just talk about your experiences, talk about what you're learning. The thing is, what you don't understand is that there's some things that are in your head right now that other people don't understand and don't know. You don't see it because for you it's so normal, but you have a certain level of skill set that other people don't have. You put that out there, someone is going to see that, and they're going to be blown away by your skills, and they're going to follow you, and they're going to learn from you, and you're sharing what you have. A lot of people don't share this information that they have because, number one, they don't think that they have any. They think that it's not special to them. So why would you put out something that's not special? You'll know if it's special because a lot of people will ask you about it, and you're the resident expert on that thing. It doesn't have to be IT. It could be carpentry. It can be roofing. It could be whatever. But I guarantee you right now, you have some skill set that a lot of people don't know it. They come to you for advice. That's the stuff you could put on a website or on Instagram or on TikTok or on wherever. You post that information, and then after a while, it becomes valuable. And that is how I started making $6 grand. 6 figures, $6 grand, 6 figures. That's how I did it. And it's crazy how it started, but that's how I got my first 6-figure job. And then after that, I couldn't go under 6 figures. So yeah, after that, I took a job overseas making 6 figures. I came back. I was worth 6 figures again. Somebody else offered me a 6-figure job, and then I went to another job, 6 figures, and now I'm working from home, 6 figures. So you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And you just take your skills, you put them out there. It's if you're not used to doing this kind of stuff, I'll be honest, like doing these lives I'm always nervous. I don't know why. I must have done like 100 of these, probably 1,000. I've probably done 1,000 of these, and I still get nervous. I'm not an extrovert. I'm not doing this kind of stuff. Isn't I know how to teach, but I'm not trying to be famous or anything. You know what I mean? It's not my thing. But I like to give out information. I like to help people, and so that's what keeps me going. That's what kept me going in the beginning when I was not making anything. Now this channel and some other channels I do makes money. If you want a really good breakdown of how to do this stuff, watch this guy named Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. So one of the things that inspired me to do a blog was his book. He had this book called Crushing It. I read that book, and basically what he talked about is what I'm telling you. You take a skill set that you know, you talk about it on these social media platforms. Thing is, social media is very powerful. It's powerful in that it kind of programs us. You wake up in the morning, what do? Look in your phone. But the power goes the other way too. It gives you power. If you start posting information that you know that's helping people, and that's the key, helping people. If you're helping people, the value is just increases when you help people. The more people you help, the more the value of your content. So you got to focus on not, I'm going to make money, I'm going to be famous, I'm going to be, Casey Neistat, I'm going to be. No, it's all about helping people. So focus on helping others, and then what happens is you get successful from helping other people. And that's kind of what he talks about. He talks about giving value to people, and that's, once I read that book, it was a life changer. That book was one of the reasons it inspired me to start going on blogs. Blogs are kind of dead now, but you evolve with the internet. So start doing videos. Now I'm doing podcasts. Now so this is something to keep in the back of your mind. That's how I started doing six figures. I know that's kind of way off the beaten path, but yeah, that's how I started. It took about 10 years to get there. It won't take you 10 years to get there. If you really focus, it should not take 10 years. But I think that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody. If there's any other questions, remember, you can catch me on email. You can catch me on Discord. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this thing up, but let's try it. Here I am on Discord. Message me anytime. And if you have any questions, stuff you want me to bring up, stuff you want me to teach, stuff you feel like would be valuable to the channel to help people out, let me know and we'll do it. So that's all I got, guys. Thanks for the conversation. Appreciate everybody. And